Hey, all my comic book friends out there, welcome back to Comic Book Corner. We are getting ready to do another comic book review, and this issue is issue number 91 of Invincible. That's right, guys. Spider Slayer here is going to do a review of Invincible 91. I don't do too many Invincible reviews. I do try to push this comic because at times this comic can be very, very good, and other times it has its very down and low points too. But if you are a fan of this comic uh, and you're true to it, you will enjoy this story. You can collect the trades. The trades are very readable and they are affordable. So this is a really good story. Um, Robert Kirkman is the writer of Invincible. He's done a very, very well job on it. Ryan Otley does the drawings, pencils, what have you. He does the drawings are very, very good. He does the covers. He does the interior art. And Cliff Rathburn is involved with the book as well. He does the inks and yeah, so I mean, this is not a bad book, guys. This particular issue, however, is probably average. It is on the slow side, but it's coming off a high point as well. Um, just to give you a look on the interior art here, for you guys who are familiar, this character right here is Eve. She's almost like a Green Lantern type of person where she can think of something and she has these constructs and she can think of them. She's pretty kick-ass. We have not really seen her use her powers in a while. She's been kind of on the down low, but here she uses them real quick. And the guy below her is General Thrag, and he's a Vultrimite. He is an alien race that's out to destroy, well, he was out to destroy Earth and things of that nature. But you can see here, you can get a look on how the art is done. Um, Here in this next picture, this gentleman here, his name is Landell, and he's kind of filling in for Mark right now, who is invincible because he's been infected by the Vultrimite virus. So he's kind of posing as invincible at this time, and we can see that he was hooking up with his girlfriend. But this was a page that I wanted to show you so you know who he was. So, with that being said, we're going to go uh, through this walkthrough. Like I said, this issue um, was about an average. I'm going to give it a 3 out of 5. But the last page is really good, and Invincible like does that. It gets these creepy, gory. It can get really gory at times because it's just like an alien type of encounter book. Um, General Thrag here. This is his headquarters, and he can see that here in this issue that Invincible took off with Dinosaurus, and because he was actually trying to kill um, Mark, who is Invincible, and Invincible's girlfriend is Adam Eve, which is her right here, and right away is in the last stories, just to give you a brief description, Mark, who is invincible, contracted this Vultrimite virus. The leader, General Thrag, had this truce with Invincible and to coexist on their planet. And when Invincible contracted this virus, he volunteered to find out, to help him and to help cure him. In the last issue, we find out that he, found out a crazy secret, and he actually tried to kill Invincible, and but Dinosaurus escaped with him, and Dinosaurus tried to take out Thrag here, and what had happened was he got his ass beat. Um, so Hope is here. She's trying to find out where he is, and he's like, "Please don't make me laugh." He's like laughing because this guy can kick anybody's ass on the planet. And he makes this comment. He goes, "Calm down before you find yourself impaled on a clenched fist again." And I mean, he could flick her with a finger, and she would be dead. Um, so later we go back to Sandal's apartment, and I guess this is his wife here, and she's very insecure about their relationship because um, he was cheating on her, and Zandel is posing as Invincible right now um, because he's sick and he's got this virus, and he's filling in for Invincible to help Eve so they can keep their business alive while he's sick. And again, she's very insecure. She thinks she's being cheated on with Eve, and that's not the case. So they wind up going out to dinner. But it gives you a little description of who this guy is and who his girlfriend is. So there's a lot of dialogue, a lot of story, a lot of character stuff going on. Um, Dinosaurus, when he's really damaged or when he calms down, he's almost like the Hulk. He changes back into like this little scrawny like guy. But Dinosaurus is one badass creature, and he's very, very smart. Um, but we can see that Mark is still kind of sick here. He's not really feeling himself, and he's going on and on trying to find out what's going on because he just woke up from being really, really sick. I mean, he was so sick that he almost died. And so they're trying to figure out what's going on, trying to come to the conclusion if the Vultrimites are going to come after him. Meanwhile, we see Alan, who's this one-eyed Cyclops type of freak guy up here, and Mark's or Invincible's brother Mark is doing some kind of weird battle with some kind of weird creature. And what happens is that Eve comes around, finds out their location, and she traps the creature. And she goes, "We gotta find Mark. We gotta find him now. Dinosaurus has him. It's in his secret location, secret headquarters, or whatnot." Um, so what happens now is that Zandel gets called by Eve, and then right away his girlfriend's all jealous. She goes, "What are you doing? We all cheating on me and everything." So now as Dinosaurus in his human form and Mark are talking, they're trying to get him to change back so he can figure out what's really going on because he doesn't remember anything when he's the dinosaur. So actually, he's fully recovered from his injury, so I guess he's changed back. And what happens is this is what Dinosaurus looks like in his true form. He kind of looks like a T-Rex. And as time goes on, and they're discussing and they're saying, they're not coming back. Zandel comes in that poses as Invincible, and they think Dinosaurus is the bad guy, and he crushes him through the glass. And he's like, he goes, "Mark, get out of here while you still can." And he's like, "No." He goes, "No, don't do that." And he goes, "What the hell are you anyway?" Because he sees him wearing his outfit and everything else. And you can see that Eve is coming through the door, and she gives Mark this big, big hug. And she's like, "Oh my God, I'm so happy to see you." And they're like doing this battle here in this background. They're just like kissing and hugging and all that kind of crazy stuff. So then later on, we see they're still doing battle, and Mark is saying, "Dinosaurs, stop!" And they're just killing each other. Mark's brother gets involved, and everything else. And then here comes Alan. He's another one, and they're all getting involved in all this stuff, and it's just like, "Dinosaurs, put Oliver down," and you know he's just trying to calm everybody down. Invincible is, or Mark, or whatever you want to call him, and he goes in and punches Alan in the face just to get his attention, and he's like, "Damn it, stop!" And the next thing we see here is that they all turn their heads, and they're like, "Huh?" And they can't believe it. And this is what you see at the final page after he punches Alan. And he's like, and Hope is like, "Mark!" And you can see his hand is just hanging there, all torn up, and his collarbones all busted and everything. And Invincible is a very, very, very strong superhero. Like, he can take out a lot of people because he's bred between a Vultrimite and an Earth person or human, and this guy, he is very, very strong. And as far as I know, later on in the book, I guess in the series or whatever, what's going to happen is he's kind of like almost a Super Saiyan, where he's just going to get stronger and stronger and stronger, you know. But very gruesome last page. I mean, his powers are absolutely just destroyed. There's nothing there. I wonder if that's just a virus that's taken the toll on him. I mean, he's gotten worse beatings than that, but this is when he was at peak form. He's still recovering from this virus. So what's going to happen to his hand and everything? I mean, that's crazy crap right there. Um, but Invincible is a good series, guys. Like I said, if you've never read it, it's hard to pick it up in the middle. So, like I say, I suggest buying the trades. They're all out. They're all affordable. It is a great story to read in trade. You won't be disappointed. There are issues that are slow, but that's like that in any comic book series. So go out and buy Invincible if you're interested. It's great artwork, decent writing, and it's a fun book. It's different too. So that's my review on Invincible issue 91. And that is it, guys. And I'll see you on the next comic book review. And as always, thank you for watching Comic Book Corner. Thanks, guys. Spider Slayer out.